Greetings, everyone. Planet Mitch from GiveawayRocket.com. Message for the day in the question of the day is, are you playing the long game? I see people all of the time playing the short game. I happen to be watching some stocks lately. I have Apple stock, and I bought Apple stock back in 2007, back when it was $14 a share. At the time, the iPhone 1, I almost said the iPhone 7, the iPhone 1 had just been released, and Apple had been floundering for years, and people wondered if Apple stock was ever going to amount to anything. And long story short, I bought enough shares that I thought that it would turn into my kids' college fund and potentially some retirement money for me. Now, I'm not here to talk to you about the stock market, but I'm here to talk about playing the long game. And if you happen to pop in, say hi. Hopefully I will see you. I'm using eCam again, and I think I should be able to see when people pop in. But sometimes the stocks are also playing the short game. And if you pay attention, many companies seem to focus on doing enough to get the earnings right for this quarter, and then maybe they don't care about the next quarter. And I also see a lot of people that are day trading. Now, I've tried day trading, and I turned out not to be very good at that. In fact, I have to laugh because I'm playing a little bit with cryptocurrencies, and I bought some and it was plummeting, and over the weekend I sold it. I finally said, I'm done with this, and turns out I sold it at the low, and now it's back up. And realistically, what I'm talking about here is your business. Okay, let's turn this back around to where I was really planning to go, and that was to your business. And don't think short term. And I know I like to think short term, and I get nervous about even doing things like this. I wanted to mention, speaking of that, there's a woman, and I've mentioned her before. Her name is Donnell Winningham, and she does some amazing live videos. I will post a link below in the comments. And she is constantly talking about going live, and that's kind of my impetus to make sure I'm going live more often. Sometimes I'm going to be on my public timeline, and sometimes I'll be in one of my groups. And hi, Kieran. And anyway, she's an amazing motivator. If you ever want to have like a daily motivation, tune in. She does a live broadcast every morning, usually around noon, and then once in the evening. She's going live at least 3 times. And I won't forget that a couple of weeks ago she said, look, every time I go live, I make at least $1,000, because she is constantly also promoting. And I know some people say you're not supposed to promote, but she typically does a live 20-minute broadcast, and she covers several topics, or one topic with multiple subtopics in it. And it turns into be very motivational, and she's also then turning around and selling her class. So she is doing really well with her long-term plan. Most of her classes, by the way, are 16 weeks. And I find it interesting, sidebar, she markets them at $59 a week. And she really, really harps, and I shouldn't say the word harp, that would not be the right word that she would like, but she is really going after if you're not investing in yourself, then you should be, to get people in her classes. And I think she's doing a great job with that. But she's also the only person I know that does a weekly charge. Most people do monthly, and many people even do either a one-time cost for a class or a yearly. And Kieran says a lot of affiliates started selling through lives as well. doing interviews with the developer. That's a great idea. And I still have to go back and learn how to do this, because inside the groups with Ecamm, the comments don't really show up unless you give permission. But here in my public timeline, they show up more easily, and I know who's saying what. So theoretically, I could do. See, I've already forgotten how to do it. Anyway, I was going to post the comment, but I can't. I don't know how. I don't remember how. I'll wait. So you got me distracted. But yes, live. And the pricing of doing weekly kind of amazes me, because she talks about if you can't afford $59 a week, if you can't pull together $59 a week, well, if you figure that out over 16 weeks, $59 a week, that's $60 a week. That's $800, $900 for her classes, maybe $1,000 on my quick math skills. What's 16 times $60 a week? I guess that's almost $1,000, isn't it? So she's getting $1,000 for her classes, which is awesome. But what I really wanted to say was that I still think that many people get caught up in the shiny object syndrome, which tend to be very short term, right? Let's talk about an example. Facebook groups or Facebook pages were incredibly popular for a couple of years, right? Then it was Facebook groups, and Facebook groups are still valid, and Facebook says that more impetus is going into Facebook groups. But we all put our emphasis on the Facebook pages for a while, right? And then you had to start paying for it. And I expect Facebook groups to come along and start being something that we have to pay Facebook for. Now, I know you can charge people for your groups now, and that's pretty cool. But seems to me that some of those things are even short term. And of course, we also got Facebook Messenger, right? And then there's Google, and there's Amazon, and there's LinkedIn, and there's all these different places. But so far through the life of the internet, the number one thing constant throughout all of this has still been email. And so what I am doing, again, is trying to focus on monetizing my email list and getting more and more people on my email list, which is what I'm doing with viral lead magnets or viral contests and those kind of viral things where you're getting people to help you market your stuff. So the second side of email that I see, I definitely see two sides. One side, I go in and look at my emails all the time, and hopefully you look at my emails too, right? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. The people that are constantly marketing every freaking day, I hit delete. As soon as, and a lot of them, of course, go into the promotions folder. I'm using a tool called SaneBox, which brings certain things that you ask for to your inbox. And some of the people that I follow, photographers and marketing people, I've asked for those to be in my inbox as opposed to over in the other folders. And most of the time, it seems to me that many people are just trying to sell. And it must still work. People must still be making some money doing that. But I'm with Tobin Slavin, and Tobin is constantly pitching the concept of relationships. I know many other people do as well. And I'm a firm believer. I ended up on an email list called the Entrepreneur Headquarters. EHQ is what that is. And I like their newsletter so much that I pretty much read that thing every day. And there's a message at the top, and there's typically a video, and then down at the bottom there are additional videos to go see or things you could go buy. But they're doing a great job with their newsletter and building a relationship with me. I get value out of that thing practically every day. And So I'm trying to model myself more in the relationship building. But part of what I'm doing that for is, of course, to sell, is to get people to buy things so that I can feed my family, just like the rest of you. But I also am building those relationships, and I think it's very important to build fun into it, which is where I really think the viral list building comes into play. I'm really focusing on that. The more I learn about viral marketing, viral list building, the more I think it's something that everybody should be doing. And of course, guess what? My screensaver kicks in and throws everything off. But I'm launching my own course next week. It's going to be $5 a day. No, I'm not doing that kind of pricing. It is going to be available next week for 6 weeks. It's my first push into doing viral list building. I'm calling it a viral list building masterclass. It is going to focus on the entire live stream, the entire process of going through planning, creating a contest or a giveaway, launching it, testing it, promoting it, and then wrapping up the thing and how you market later on. Now, I've got a grandiose plan to try to cover a whole lot of material in 6 weeks. And hopefully some of you will tune in to that. I'd love to have you. If you want to know more about that, there's a sales page. It is at giveawayrocket.com/masterclass. So jump on over there. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below and ask away. I am also doing an affiliate thing, so if you know anybody that wants to join, you get 2 people to sign up and you can attend for free. So ask me about that as well. Hey, Jason. Would love to have you in the class. Jason Stovall. I always worry about pronouncing names right. So I'm really excited about offering this class. It's basically a beta kind of opportunity at this point. I have a structure set up of how I think it should go. And what I need is a couple of people to walk through it with me to help me learn how to do the entire process. I've done classes before. I taught classes at Boeing. I've done a couple of classes in the filmmaking side of things. And it's not something I'm unfamiliar with, but I haven't done anything in the viral list building side of the planet yet. And so I'm offering this as an early beta. It's going to be something I'm going to be charging a lot more for in the future, because I firmly believe that the value of what you can get out of this class. And I don't think it's a shiny object syndrome. A lot of people will try to pump you into something. I have seen quite a few people getting really good returns out of their viral marketing. And again, the whole point is to build your email list. The industry says, this is not me making this up, you can find it all over the internet. The industry suggests that an email address should be worth, properly tuned and properly marketed to, should be worth $1 per month per email address. So if you have 1,000 people on your email, then theoretically, if you're nurturing and sending the right kind of content, you should be making at least $1,000 from that email list. So the more people you add to your email list, the more you're going to be making in a regular income. Now, I'm not the expert on the nurturing side. I am still trying to learn a whole bunch of that, and that's where my good friend Tobin comes into play, which of course we can get into. But he is doing a done-for-you service where he is helping you monetize your email list. And I'd be happy to connect you with him if you're interested in that. So, I mean, there's kind of 2 parts to it. I'm kind of doing the front end, teaching people how to get people on their email list, what the right process is, how to go through it, and then Tobin and other people could teach you how to monetize that. But just like I said, again, imagine putting 10,000 people on your email list. If you can get close to $1 per, and Tobin believes that he could get you more than $1 per, that's $10,000 a month in pretty much steady income. I mean, how many people would love to get $120,000 a year out of their email list? I'm raising my hand multiple times, right? So the other thing that, hey phone, the other thing that I wanted to mention is that a study done by the folks over at AppSumo showed that, I got to figure out how to turn that off when I go into live. The AppSumo people studied people who came through normal marketing into their funnel and people who came through KingSumo, their giveaway process. And they found that there were 64, let me rephrase that. Their return on investment was 164% for people who came through the viral giveaways. Normal marketing was rated at 100%, or, so they were getting 64% more income from the people that came through their viral marketing giveaway kinds of tool process than normal people. Now, so I've always heard people question, well, if you get leads through giveaways, aren't you just getting a whole bunch of people that just want to win something and go away? Well, AppSumo's results were verifiably, at least, they say, I can't prove it. I didn't create the numbers, but according to them, there were 60% more than a regular person. So anyway, if you have any interest in learning more about that, again, the link to the class that I'm starting next week is at giveawayrocket.com/masterclass. Not a masterclass, but masterclass. And that will be kicking off next week. I'm not sure exactly which day yet. I think it's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday that I'm going to do the live portion. I kind of forced myself to get an early date to get this thing going because, I'm kind of one of those perfectionist kind of people that put things off until I think it's absolutely right. I mean, heck, I didn't even get the sales page up until yesterday. And then I tried testing the affiliate side of it, and that didn't work, and then it's a whole mess there, and it kind of puts me off at times. But I just decided I got to get this thing done. I really need to move this forwards because not only that, granted, I need a little bit of income from my list and from people, but I also gloriously want to help people. The more I learn about viral marketing, the more I really want to get more people doing it. And I think what's happened is a lot of people try it one time. Maybe they'll use something like Gleam or something that's free initially, and they try doing a giveaway and they don't really know what they're doing. And I liken it much like Facebook ads. What was your first Facebook ad? How well did that go for you? Well, mine sucked. I spent $500,000 on my first couple of Facebook ads and got virtually nothing out of those things. And the same thing I think is true with viral giveaways. Jason asked, giveawayrocket.com/masterclass. Yes, that is correct. Is that not working for you? I had somebody just a few minutes ago tell me that they were getting a security error on that link, so I need to check in Chrome. It works for me, but I'm also on my computer with my authority and all that other stuff. And sometimes when you check things, you find out that other people can't get to them. So it might be a Chrome thing where they think that it's not a secure link. It is running on HTTPS, so it should be secure. But if that doesn't work, try Safari. And if that doesn't work, sure, let me know. I'll get you straight to the page, or I'll get you the information that you need. I'll answer any questions you need to have answered, and we will get you in that. Jason, I would love to have you. I'd love to have a whole lot of people. It's going to be very powerful. I have, in case you don't know, I have done well over 60 campaigns at this point using a variety of different tools. I'm currently averaging about 3,500 leads per 2-week giveaway for my clients and for the contests that I've run for myself. So, if I'm not making the dollar per lead per month because I haven't really tuned my lists. I have not been doing the kind of things that Tobin is teaching me. But I want to get there. So when you start adding those kind of numbers to your own list, I think you could benefit from that. And I really have to fix this, going into sleep mode on me. But anyway, so relationships are key for me. I really think relationships are things you need to work on. Email is still number one for me. I have been burned by, I could tell you a story about Amazon, how I earned $5,000 in Amazon, and they took it all away from me because they said I was breaking their rules, their terms, and that was $5,000 down the hole. So anyway, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer any and all questions. Jason, thanks for being here. I see 4 people are here. See, I wish this would tell me who exactly is logged in. It doesn't do that. But if you have questions, go ahead and pop those below. I will be happy to answer them. Thanks for tuning in. See, I talked about Donnell doing a 20-minute live, and here I am at 22 minutes. Gosh. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have any... see, it pops into Facebook when I click that. Great. That's not what I need to know right now. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We will talk to you again soon. If you have anybody, by the way, again, that is interested in learning... Hi, Beth. Beth Dugan is here. If you have any people that you think are interested in learning viral marketing, I think I'm ending up in my own live stream. Oh, isn't that funny? I clicked on something and it's finally brought it up, and at least it's not playing, so you can't hear me. Am I still utilizing UpViral? UpViral is my main tool, Jason. UpViral has a lot of functionality that most of the other tools don't have. And I'm trying to figure out how to pause this. I can't even see my own pause button. How about I just go to another window? It's distracting when you see yourself talking on the screen. UpViral has a lot of tools in it that most of the others don't have. And so, yes, I'm still using UpViral, but I'm also learning the other tools like Gleam and I can never, ever, ever come up with the name of this other tool. I always want to say Rocket something, and it's not Rocket something. It's anyway, it's one of the other tools. There's goods and bads about all of them. UpViral is relatively inexpensive, believe it or not, when you compare it to some of the other tools. Like Viper seems cheap at the beginning, but when you start adding on things, they end up costing $200 and $300 a month, and almost all of those features are included in UpViral at like $49 a month. And by the way, if you decide that you want to buy UpViral, save that, and why is my face over on the side? I will give you my UpViral affiliate link, because if you buy UpViral through my affiliate link, I'll give you an hour of free consulting, which I am normally charging $200 an hour for at this time. So if you have any desire, if you're ready to dive into the class, let me know. If you have any questions, again, it's giveawayrocket.com/masterclass. And since they don't seem to be any other questions, I will tune out right now. Happy to answer questions in the comments below. And again, if you know somebody that is interested, please let them know. I am, like I said, I'm paying a 50% affiliate commission. So even if you don't attend the class, you get 2 people to show up and you can come for free. So make sure you ask me about how to make that happen as well, because I really like to spread the word. And I appreciate all of you tuning in, and we will talk to you again soon.